What went right compared to the previous 10 matches?
I think there was a lot of the same stuff in terms of the good things we talked about yesterday and how we've been kind of playing and getting into the final third. Tonight we took our chances. That was clear. We got the penalty. We got 1-0. We scored another really good goal, well created goal. Same for the third goal, and it gives you. It's the psychology of football. When you take your chances, it puts them on the back foot. We were in at half time and I thought we defended really, really well, really disciplined within that kind of mid to low block. We never really gave too much away, and it's a recipe for a good team. That if you take your chances at one box but defend the other box pretty well, then you're going to win games of football. It's something we've probably not done as well over the course of the season, but absolute delight for the boys because I feel when we talked yesterday that they probably deserve more from how well they've been playing of late, and I think they got the rewards tonight.
Y'all, or you and Ronnie sprinkled in a lot of starters into this lineup, even though the game didn't mean a whole lot. Was that to try to build something for these next 10 matches as y'all try to make up this 14-point difference and get into the playoffs?
Well, listen, that gave us opportunity tonight to rest people. Guys that have had a lot of minutes over the course of the season. And give guys that have been knocking on the door a chance. And I think every single one of the lads who came into the team was outstanding. Nick Sesek coming on for a debut, Cooper coming on for a debut, Sal coming on for a debut, Leon Afonso coming on making a debut for the club as well. But the young Will Riley again we spoke about him yesterday. He covers every single blade of grass out there on the pitch. So every single one of them can go home and be really proud of their performance tonight, and they contributed to a really good win. And it turned out, I said, when you go 3-0 up and it's 3-0 at half time and then you get 4, again, a fantastic header if it came in, Nick Sesek getting his assist, you're always going to find yourself maybe pushed back a little bit and be under more pressure than what you were at the start of a game. But I thought they dealt with it really well, and had it not been for a deflection, Jayden would have got a clean sheet as well. So all in all, really, really proud of the team because it's been a tough run. It really has. Like I say, we've probably felt a little bit sorry for ourselves over the course of it, but they went out there tonight, they've got the win. They've stopped the rot, and it's really, really important now that we move into these last 10 LMS games, and we've got some new players in as well that can help the group in these last games. But it's important we really finish strong in the last 10 games of the season.
Kenny, you think that the lack of pressure today, because you were playing for nothing, helped the team to open up a little more, have more confidence, and get the result?
I would say no, because I think when you put younger players into a team, they've got a point to prove. They need to try and show that they're capable of playing at the level. There was nothing on the line, but we needed to stop this rot. So internally, this was a really, really important game for us. It was a chance to get the win at home, which is really, really important. It was a chance to have a look at younger players and give guys that have not had a lot of minutes over the course of the season a chance, and they took that chance. And maybe a few of them have gave the manager a food for thought going into the Montreal game in terms of selection. So, it never meant anything in terms of qualification, but that meant the world to us in terms of stopping that rot and building momentum that we discussed yesterday going into these last games.
Sitting in the back.
Hey, Kenny, Luke in particular had a really good match, and it's just been a string of matches that he's put together that have been really strong. You talked about taking your chances throughout the night, or throughout the past few weeks. He's definitely done that. How does that bode for his chances perhaps in the future for this team, 2026 is beyond, as Ronnie looks to build around hometown players, homegrown players?
Well, what he's done is he's came in, and I agree, I think as each game's passed, he's looked more confident, he's looked more comfortable at this level. So it's really, really important for him that he continues that. He, again, doesn't get complacent, still drives and works hard every single day to improve and develop because he's still a young player. But what he's done in these last 5 or 6 games, he's had starts, he's came off the bench, but he's gradually getting better and better. And for me, he looked really confident, particularly in that first half tonight. He looked really, really comfortable in the team. I think he's getting close to a goal. He's getting into really, really good areas. So he's just got to keep going like all the young players. Again, they need to keep pushing every single day. That's where you improve. Every day on that training field, you need to keep pushing because it's never easy to stay in a team. once you get in the team, you have to stay in the team, you know. So it's, he's definitely one of the players that will be giving the manager food for thought moving into these last 10 games. But like you say, beyond, I think the picture for the club with the younger players that are going to be pushing in and around the squad is a really good picture.
And then Alexi, he continues to be in good form, 4 goals in 6 matches across all competitions. Where do you think this confidence is coming from that he's been able to take his opportunities so well over this past month or so?
Yeah, well, listen, when you're an attacking player and you're judged on assists, you're judged on goals, it can always kind of weigh on players. It minds a little bit. I mean, he's been playing well. You know, again, when you talk about how we've been playing and the way we've switched the play to that side and the way he picks the ball up and links up with Miggy on that side and Ronald coming, and there's a really good relationship between those three on that side. He's added the finishing touches in the last game, and it's something the manager's been really on now, is to get in that box more. As a number 10, as an attacking player, you need to be arriving in that kind of penalty spot, second 6-yard box, and that's where you see he's been picking up the goals. So he's got a real focus and a real edge to get in there now, get in there alongside the striker and maybe the opposite winger, maybe even a number 8 like the other midfielder, and get into that box and score goals. And he's done it because you see he's a technically gifted footballer. You know, so if we can get him into these positions, and he can score all kinds of goals. You know, he can score the goal at the last minute equaliser where he scores for 30 yards. He can get in the 6-yard box for the tap-ins, for the cut-back. He's actually also arrived on a couple of headers of late as well. So when you're getting in the box, you're going to get chances. So I felt he's been really good at that over the last month or so.
All right, thanks everyone. We'll in a second.
Thanks, guys. Thank